So class, are you ready for our game? Okay, I can see you're all excited. So let me share you my screen. So our game is entitled Two Pics, One Race. So are you familiar with this? Yes, it is similar with for pics, one word, but then you have to guess a whole phrase. So let's start. Are you ready? Okay, everyone is ready. Let's do this. Very good. Very good. Okay, very good, class. Very good. So who among you got most of the correct answer? Okay, very good, class. So give yourself a round of applause for doing a great job. So, based from our activity, class, what do you think is the significance of this game to our next lesson? Yes, of course, these photos represents two meanings, which is literal and figurative. So you may interpret this in literal or figurative meaning. So what do we mean by literal? Yes, it is the surface meaning, while the figurative is, yes, the deeper meaning. So as we can see from our first example, a piece of cake. In literal meaning, if you're going to get its literal meaning, it means the piece of cake, the one we eat during celebrations. Now, if we're going to get its deeper meaning or the figurative meaning, piece of cake means it's easy. So, did you get it? Okay. Now, let's proceed to our discussion. So, our discussion is all about, yes, literary devices. So who among you knows what is literary devices? What is the meaning of literary devices? Okay, Anna. Very good. Literary devices are specific techniques that allow a writer to convey a deeper meaning that goes beyond what's on the page. Another literary device is a technique that a writer uses to produce a special effect in their writing. And portrayal of human emotions is best understood by the applications of these devices. So literary devices is really a good technique. It is a technique of a writer in expressing himself, herself in making a literature. Okay, and let's proceed to simile. This is the first literary device. So what do you think is simile, class? I know you're familiar with this. Yes, simile is a figure of speech in which the comparison is made from two unrelated and dissimilar things, people, beings, spaces, and concepts. It is marked by words such as, and like. So let's see the example. Yes, can you please read? Karen? Very good. So what are the two dissimilar things used in the example? Yes, you, lion, they, cats and dogs, your explanation, and mad. So it uses words such as, yes, as, and like. Now let's proceed to the next. Yes, metaphor. So can you give me the definition of metaphor? Anna? Very good. It is a figure of speech in which the comparison is made from two unrelated and dissimilar ideas without the use of as or like. Let's see the example. Can you read it? Who wants to read? Okay, Robert. Very good. So, it doesn't use words such as like and as in comparing things. Now, let's move to hyperbole. So, who among your class knows what is hyperbole? Who wants to define hyperbole? Okay, Ria. Very good. So, hyperbole is a figure of speech that involves exaggeration of ideas to emphasize the real situation. Now, let's see the examples. Okay, who wants to read the example? Okay, Karen. Very good. Thank you. Now, as we can see, what are the exaggerating ideas in our examples? Karen. Very good. Uses the word weighs a ton, dying of shame, and million of issues. Now let's move on to another literary device, which is personification. So personification is a figure of speech in which a thing or idea or animals is given human attributes. So from the word itself, personification, let's see the example. Who wants to read? Okay, Ria again. Very good. So based from the examples, what are the given human attributes? Very good, Anna. It is whispered, wait, and swallowed. Very good, class. Are you following? Still good? Okay. Now let's proceed to the last literary device, which is rhyme. So who among you wants to define what is rhyme? Very good. Now it is a repetition of similar sounding words occurring at the end of lines in a poem or song which brings a rhythm and musicality to poem. Very good, class. So let's see the example. Who wants to read? Okay, Laika. Okay, very good. Thank you. Now let's see what are the repeating sounds. Yes, it is snow, go, rule, and school. Very good, class. That's the end of our discussion. Do you have any questions, clarifications? None? Okay, now let's proceed with our activity. Okay, let's activity time. So open your messenger and click for the URL that I sent you guys. Okay, it's time to do your activity. Okay, very good, class. Did you enjoy your activity? How did you find it? Okay, very good. So who are the highest? Who got the highest? Okay, Anne and Robert. Okay, let's give them a round of applause. Very good. Okay, class, I have here a color. You can see this is a color. So, when do we use color in art? Yes, the color, of course. Now, what is the importance of color in arts? Very good. So, it gives life and devices. What is the importance of literary devices in literature? Who wants to give me an answer? Okay, very good, class. Thank you for your participation. Now, let us all remember that literary devices gives texture, energy, color into a literature. So it is the writer's way of expressing himself, and it catches the attention, grabs the attention of your reader. Very good. So, do you have any questions, clarifications? None? If none, okay, let's proceed with our evaluation.